And we're live, rolling. What's going on, family? It is Jay Morrison in the building, of course. Episode 70 of the Ask Jay Show. I'm just winding down the new year, winding down this 90 days. Episode 70. So just want to say that again. We'll get right into the show. I have some questions. I kind of skimmed them a little bit, but not really. That we're going to read that you guys asked with the hashtag AskJ, and I'm going to give you guys your motivational message of the day. We talked about extending this platform and possibly going into a weekly podcast instead of this daily thing, right? A weekly podcast, or we have some other kind of options we threw around, maybe like a live kind of event. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So once this 90 days is up, we will have something else for you from Jay Morrison Real Estate Partners, Jay Morrison Brand. Don't get souped up, Giants fans. I'm not a Giants fan. I don't even have a football team. I'm a retired Cowboys fan. I just watch NFL football. I just watch football from time to time, and not even that much. So this is an old sweater that I just threw on my runaround day. So that's it. Don't get hyped up. Anyway, my motivational message of the day. We had a great YMC call tonight. Like YMC National Call is back rolling every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, doing a YMC call for those of you who like the community build. I just think it's an important part. It's like this is a part of me. I think that's my whole motivational message of the day, is that in the world of being unapologetically Black and unapologetically committed to empowering and healing and repairing and loving Black people, in that world where that's just like not the most popular thing to do for real. In that world, it's rewarding, it's lovely, but it's such a fight, and it's such a because when you really care about your community, your community's in dire needs, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? You feel the pain and burden of it, and then when you know it's such a big problem, it's like a big, huge, hairy elephant. You only take it one bite at a time, but you want to eat the whole elephant. Like, you know what I mean? So, in a world where people can't even get that, oh, that's cool. Like, even, that, historically and statistically, Black people, especially Black people all over the world, but especially Black people, I can't even see it. Hard to even say especially, because it's really all over the world. But here in America specifically, I should say, Black people have been having this history, this long history. I'm not making this up. There's this long history of injustice and this long history of inequality. And if you're silent about it, it'll stretch on even longer. So we're trying to cut that ish off. You know what I mean? It's bottom line. Like, I just want to be part of the fight, play my little, as much drop in the bucket as I can make, to like Muhammad Ali did, like Malcolm did, Martin did, even the unknown smaller names and other looter league community, whoever, like, you know what I mean? Just people chipped in to us to even get this much equality and this much freedom, this partial freedom we have, with that slavery exception still standing in our 13th Amendment. But people fought for that. So it's like, I can't be quiet. How do I be quiet? People fought for me to even be in this position, and we still got this much to go, and people still getting slaughtered, and there's still mass incarceration, and there's still a slavery exception in our Constitution. But what kind of man would I be? What kind of man would I be? Even if I wasn't Black, what kind of man would I be? If I was Turkish, and even the Armenians, there's still Armenians still fighting for the slaughter that happened in the early 1900s by the Turkey, I believe it was. And the Armenian people, they still fighting for that today. Like, I went to an Armenian parade in LA on accident. There was a whole bunch of Armenian flags, and they're all down the street, thousands of them, still making noise for Armenian injustice from the early 1900s. 1 million people were slaughtered. They supposed to. Why wouldn't you? That's your people. So what kind of clown would I be to know better and not speak up? So my motivation message is just be fearless about what you're passionate about. Maybe it's not this particular issue for you. Maybe it's not this community issue or this community or whatever, but be passionate about what you're passionate about and be unapologetic about it, especially when it's right. That's all. You know what I mean? If something is historical and something is statistical, in my mind, that makes it factual. If something is historically documented and it's currently statistically proven, that makes it factual. So I ain't making this up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't choose this life chose me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, period. So I gotta be in this fight and fight for injustice. So anyway, let me get these 5 questions. I got a lot of work to do tonight. Big things coming in 2016. Big things, big things. So from YouTube, Shalimar Muhammad asked, is diversification of businesses necessary as an entrepreneur, or is it okay to stick with one thing? Now, I personally like the diversification approach, but I think it's necessary but secondary. I think to get to diversification level, and it depends on your talents, and not just your talent, but your actual capacity, right? Your capital capacity, resources, team around you, right? All that kind of stuff. So if you have a high capacity, then yes, you probably could juggle multiple businesses, but you got to send a kind of effort, dedication, I don't know, kind of family life you have, you know. So if you can give the time, you can get some capital to support you, you can do multiple businesses and pull off pretty well. But I still recommend the niche, narrow, laser approach, and then after success in that, then expand, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I think more of that is my opinion. Two-step approach. Also from YouTube, let's get info asked, Jay, what are your thoughts on rent to own as a start for those of us with bad credit? Rent to own is totally cool. It's not about the rent to own or not rent to own. The only perk to rent to own really was 2. One is that a portion of your rent can go towards your down payment or some kind of portion of your mortgage or closing costs or fees or whatever, right? So at least all your rent money doesn't go down the drain if you buy that house. So that's a big plus. So you're not just all the way, you know, you're not just throwing it away. It actually can be accredited towards your purchase. Excellent. And the fact that you could have first right to buy the property if the owner wants to sell, if you love that house or something so magical about that property, or it's a great deal or something like that. So you put yourself in a position for first right of refusal. So that's another great thing. And there was a third one I just kind of popped in my head as I was talking. So it's, you put yourself in a position to purchase the house. You also can have your stuff credited, your rent payments credited, and I guess you can secure the house of your choice, right, without having to own it, if that's, again, what you want to do. So it was something better than that. But I think those are basically my thoughts on rent to own. Other than that, it's like the main thing is while you are renting for own, that you get your credit repaired, you fix your credit, and whatever else needs to be done. Like you have your whole pre-qualifying blueprint and you're intentional about doing, you know, whether it's I need this much saved, I need an emergency fund, I need credit bill, I need whatever, you're intentional about actually executing those things. Like that has to be happening whether you're rent to own or not rent to own. You need to get those things done or you ain't gonna never own. So whether you rent to own or not rent to own, you better be getting those things done or you ain't gonna never own. Bottom line. And we actually have credit repair coming too. I just partnered with the credit repair agency and our mentor, Will Roundtree, on doing our credit classes in the academy. And he's awesome in regards to his knowledge on credit is like business and personal credit, like how to build them, store them, piggyback trait lines, like delete things, everything ethical and legal that I could stamp my name on and not be, you know, that it's good stuff. So make sure you guys are in that credit course or look out for, be on our email list, look out for this for our credit repair. We also going to be offering secure credit cards and secure trade lines for you as well, for those who got to build credit. Twitter, at Molly Mayweather asked, at Mr. J Morrison, asked, hashtag Ask Jay, I remember when you didn't do commercial real estate. Since then, how's it going? Barriers to entry, any deals yet, etc. Brandon. So I have not been an active, well, I never was a realtor in the commercial space. I mean, I have, you know, as a realtor, you can do whatever you want. That never was my niche. And as an investor, I've always been into commercial real estate. I've only invested in commercial real estate passively as an investor. My portfolio deals that I've invested in never panned out. So my apartment building, my restaurant, kind of, sort of, but still really didn't pan out. And another commercial building that I was purchasing in Virginia. So nothing really new to me in that space. Like I've been for the last several years, I've been in a commercial space. It's just never been a niche for me. So there really were no barriers, no points of entry to be concerned with. Yeah, I mean, nothing really. It's nothing really new. It's just new that I'm actually teaching and giving the information. I have learned some new strategies myself from my mentor, so I'm also sharing like that information as well. But it's all about scaling. It's all about your team building. It's all about having an understanding of the different ways you invest in commercial real estate and the different types of commercial real estate, and just how you get qualified, how you put money together, how you syndicate deals, or how you build your personal portfolio, or what to look for in regards to, forcing value in deals if you want to do extended flips of properties, or if you just want to do a long-term approach and have family anchor properties. So it's just all based on your own personal strategy and understanding how to actually execute that strategy. So, which is not, it's not rocket science. Great question though. Brandon with an exclamation point. From IG at golden_boy_3 asks, will it be possible to enroll a few months after January 16th, or would I have to wait a certain period before I'm able to enroll? So right now we have scheduled enrollment closing January 16th for the academy, and then we're opening back up, I think, like a month and a half later for next semester of enrollment. But depending how the response is or whatever, I have been thinking about just extending it, but I want to see how everything is by January 16th, and then we'll see. We'll go from there. But there will be, yes, another time in the future, one way or another. And then from Facebook, Marvin Cartwright asks, what made you stop being so flashy? Not saying anything was wrong with it, just curious. For me, I kind of been off, flashy me. I did flashy for years and years and years. I kind of went to a flashy kind of brand image, or just kind of like allow myself to kind of be a little more, liberal in that department a couple of years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, because I want to try to relate to a certain demographic and certain audience. So if I could be in a suit and tie every single day and I could speak, total fluent English, financial vocab, everything, but I wouldn't be really connecting with the people that in my heart I want to try to connect with. So I want to meet the people sometimes where they're at, and not always, but without being where they're at and without digressing myself, right? So that's like the real balance, is that you want to meet people where they're at. You want to always be down to earth, authentic, able to kick it with anyone at any level, especially with my mission. And then at the same time, you got to still not get sucked into, again, I have to lead by example. I have to be a role model to many on all levels. So I can't have people who have already evolved or already arrived or at a different level say, oh, Jay's losing it because he's, catering towards this demographic at this level. And so I got to really play a balanced line to make sure that all my followers understand, what the purpose of the mission is. And I can help everybody grow and evolve though too. Push like those from down here up here, and then push the ones that are already up here, and help so we all could, get good. All right. So, and do well. See, two ways to say it: get good, do well. So that's just the balance. And it just more naturally, I've always performed better as a businessman, as a hustler. Like even in my street days, I can't say I have been most successful, not flashy. I guess there's a side, I can't say of all of us, but there's definitely a side of me that could definitely be flamboyant as hell. And I mean, as fun as it kind of is, it's like, I like being more, it's like, I'd rather put my energy, less energy to try to be flamboyant and prove I'm the man or what I got, or being hot, or being, entertaining to people in that way. I'd rather just bring more substance to the table, like the harder stuff. Like it's easy, like anybody can get a gold chain or a fake gold chain. Anybody can get a little bling bling, or, have a, wowing car. I mean, you could, lease, finance, rent, anything. But it's like, I'd rather, I'd just rather bring substance to the table. I think it's a different energy. I think it's more authentic to me. And it allows me, I don't want to lose myself within myself. So that's why I just been on my chill, like this. Cool. Start flashing these assets in a minute, but just motivation. So anyway, that's episode 70 of Ask Jay. All 5 questions are done. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, comment below. I appreciate y'all for riding with me, all the JM rep. J. Morrison Real Estate Partners, J. Morrison Academy, JMA, YMC, Young Minds Kansas, everybody. Like, I like what, you know, I like the energy of the people that are involved with our brand and our movement. It's like all people that want to do better themselves and help others do better. It's like the kind of like the core theme of everything. I don't think there's like too many people that really follow me, even for the real estate or wealth building information, that are just selfish people looking to just get the information and just be like all of themselves. I think everybody has a common theme of like, yeah, I definitely want to get mine. I want to get, you know, I want to improve my situation, get comfortable and improve my life. But I wouldn't mind, you know, better than that of others. I think that's a common theme amongst all of us. I think that's why you guys are on the channel and why you guys watch the videos. And so I just look forward to continue to, you know, build that kind of momentum for us and stages for us. And look forward to this tour we're going to be doing next year, hitting a couple dozen cities. Give you guys a chance to us to engage and kick it and all that. So anyway, back to work. We've been live for a minute. Peace out, share the video, all that good stuff. I don't know. I could say there's a whole bunch of stuff we got going on. I'm gonna just end with that. You guys know where to find this. Enrollment closes for the Academy January 15th. Classes start. First round of classes start January 11th. Commercial real estate course gonna be bomb. Trust me. And a credit course and a stocks course. And I got to do the business course. That's a long story. I'll get into that later. But anyway, I'm out, man. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.